Greetings and salutations. How are we doing today? We are here, we are on a mission, and that is to get diamond. How are we doing today? I hope we're having a good time. I'm just gonna lower that a little bit. I hope we're having a good day. I'm pretty good today. We're having a pretty good day today. I crushed it at the gym. On a whim, I have decided I'm going to stream today, just to hang out, just to get some writing done. I have four prompts left to do to get the diamond badge for summer camp, and so that's gonna be our goal today. I usually stream at 7 o'clock during the week, but yeah, it's 8 o'clock, it's fine. I don't plan to be here for too terribly long. But I have my sippy, and I'm ready to world build. It's gonna be pretty good, it's gonna be pretty good. Let's kind of set up here real quick. I'm already on my little articles screen. I think I've already opened all of these. Yes, indeed I did. Good, so I'm ahead of the game as it is. So yeah, we have 4 articles on the list today. Oh goodness, hello, what has happened? Shiffers! Shiffers, you're here. 10 out of 10 lurker, back to my dungeon I go. Love you, you're amazing. Why, thank you! Bro, I miss you. We must be friendship at some point. That'd be really sick. That'd be really sick and awesome, actually. But thank you for the sub. 6 whole months, oh my gosh. That's basically all the months I've been streaming, I think. So that's pretty excellent. Look at you go, thank you, I appreciate you. Yeah, here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 articles that we need to get done. At some point I'll come back to Uppies. Good, you should come back to Uppies. We miss you. Me and Chris were actually just lamenting today that neither you nor Nick have been at the gym, and so we don't get to play horse anymore because he and I in our lonesome just simply do not play such games. So we need you to be our bad influence, okay? Kelsey lurking, thank you. Hello, welcome. Yeah, feel free to lurk, feel free to hang out. I don't know if you're doing other stuff, you're working on some things, but this is our little productive space where we're just gonna start getting some work done, and we're not gonna stop getting work done until the work is done. So I welcome you to take up any task you wish on the side. I do miss horse, yeah. Yeah, we miss playing it, so come back and play horse with us. You gotta catch up. I'm just casually doing 4s now.
Refresh yourselves.
Sippy. Thank you. Alright. So where will we start? I kind of want to start with the vehicle article because I'm not keen on vehicles, but I have an idea for a very practical vehicle that I can add to my world, and so that's what this article is gonna be about. I figured might as well, you know? So yeah, we'll do this. I don't think I'm gonna do any timers today. I don't think I need that. We're just gonna sit down, we're gonna write, we're gonna chat, we're gonna see what happens. And hopefully, by the end of the hour, we will have 4 articles done, and with that, we will have our diamond badge. Let's see. Alright, typing a little message. Alright, I'm so out of shape. Well listen, if you came to the gym with us, it'd be all good. We'll get you whipped back up into shape. No problem. Easy peasy. You're gonna be doing 6s in no time. Alright. Soon, yes. Yeah, so here's our first article that we're gonna be working on. So Harvest Handcart. It is what it sounds like. It is a handcart that is used by a lot of the farmers in this region to just kind of transport goods from one place to the next. And I'm kind of basing this off of... What's the word? I'm looking for the pioneers. Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles, dude. Apparently the pioneers, when they were going out west, used a lot of hand carts, so they like pulled carts by hand across extremely long distances. And so this is kind of the inspiration I took for specifically these little hand carts that are going to be used to transport goods from one spot to pretty much anywhere in this region. What I really need is a game based off your world. Listen, that... It has been done before, technically. I have run a D&D campaign with this world as a setting once upon a time. Obviously this is just way in the beginning before I really had anything really written for it. It was like the beginning, the very beginning of my world. And so, a game based off of this is not out of reach. I need to better solidify like how magic works and like put it into writing and actually make everything function. Take my money. You're already giving me money. You want me to take more money from you? I can't do this. It feels illegal. Alright. Harvest handcart is a common vehicle in the harvest belt of the Kingdom of Arsavella. Yeah, we just gotta start putting words down. It's a toughie. I'm gonna kind of look up. Let's see. I'm just gonna look up some. I'm gonna look up some resources that kind of tell me more about just how handcarts function in general, and then I can put my little spin on them. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, these cards are used to transport. We got some good pigeons on the screen. I'm so in love with stream avatars. I only started using it like, what, a couple months ago? Maybe like last month or something? It's just so silly to watch the little pigeons on the screen. Just walking around. And the singular Neko arc for a special someone. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. There you are. And you're also stinky. You got the little stink clouds on you. These carts are used to transport goods ranging from crafts to crops and everything in between, from the farms of the harvest belt to lands beyond. Pretty good, I like that sentence. Most often, these carts are observed traveling. Kingdom. to the borders of Esperana. So yes, the carts are easier to bring into the city of Fifen than they used to be in the past, due to Fifen's infrastructure evolving to accept vehicles from the east. So if you brought a vehicle, like a cart or anything with you from like the Cevellan side of Esperana, you would just not be able to get into the city with it. But now it's easy peasy. Now you can just do it. Now it just works. So let's see. What do I... Let's see. These carts. These carts are pulled by travelers on foot. So what do I want to write about this? I'm like reading some reference material, seeing how these things actually work in the real life. So I'm trying to kind of process how vehicles function. So I don't know, I am one of those nerds who, when it comes to things like vehicles and technology and mechanical things, I kind of just brain shut off, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of harder for me to parse. So I really have to do some research and see what I'm actually doing. I am reading some silly pioneer stories. This one says, we were allowed 17 pounds of baggage for each person. This included clothing, bedding, and cooking utensils. Some people who wanted to take more than allowed placed on their bodies more clothing than usual while being checked. Thus, some thin people became stouted all at once. That's funny. That's cute. It's fun knowing that humans have always been very cheesy. It's like, oh, I can only bring so much clothing, I'll just put it on, and now it's not luggage. Now it's not baggage anymore, it's literally just on me. So yeah, there were the handcart pioneers. Okay. So yes, they are pulled by travelers on foot. They are crafted from hard wood and metal parts with 2 large wheels on either side of the cart. Beasts of burden are uncommon. Beasts of burden are uncommon in travel throughout Savannah. Often only belong to the rich. Those of high status. Since they often only belong to the rich and those of high status who can afford to tend to these animals both stabled and abroad. And so, most travel actually occurs with people by foot. Which is why they tend not to get very far, they tend not to go to a lot of places. Going everywhere on foot is exhausting. Plus the hand cart is why you buy luggage with wheels and a handle. Exactly. Now listen, I bought a suitcase that you can like stand up and it has 4 wheels, so you can just like drag it around, just like fully vertically. It's so good. It's so nice. And yeah, so we know the hand cart life, kind of. Yeah, they just need to make their little luggage carts. As the hand cart provides transportation of goods to distant locations, without the need beast to pull it. Okay. Cool. I keep spelling a hand cart wrong, like in different ways every time I've written in this article so far. And I don't know if that's just like my brain shutting down or if I'm just having a moment. I know yesterday I was talking a lot about how my brain's just kind of not happening. We're kind of in the same boat today. That just is how it goes. But that's okay. That That's a-okay. We don't really need a lot of brain power. We just need he-who type word. And I think we can manage that on half a brain cell. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think we can make it. But alright, I'm at 177 words on this article, so we're like, you know, we're making pretty good time. And I've only just started another paragraph, which means we'll get at least 100 words out of this. And then we'll just need a couple more to add to the top. Just to top it off, you know? You're live! I am live! Hi, Katoypoi, welcome! This is my spur of the moment. I am going to finish Diamond tonight stream. And so we are live on a day that we usually are not. So we're gonna see how this goes. Contemplating late night coffee to help me keep me going. Ooh. I mean, hey, if you are okay with staying up late, why not, right? I don't recommend it if you have places to be in the morning. Like, I certainly could not do that tonight. I have my diamond, but I'm going through and putting heavy polish on old articles. Heck yeah, that is going to be my plan as soon as I get diamond. I'm just gonna be backtracking through everything, being like, alright, you need to be better. If SummerCamp articles from earlier this month are old, I don't know, the beginning of this month feels like 10 years ago, so it's pretty old. So we had all the debates about like the relativity of time during the Relics theme week, so something can be ancient if it was just the other day. You're old in my heart. Exactly. I mean, consider it this way, the first article that you made for SummerCamp this year was 31 articles ago. You've made 31 articles since that first one. That's pretty old. It's not even in your top 20, like most recent articles. Yeah, variations. I'm trying to write a vehicle right now, and so that's why this article is going so slow. Because I suck at writing vehicles. Because I feel like they need to be, I don't know. The tech articles always get me because I'm like, oh, I have to really describe what this thing is and what it does and like be very, you know, technical about it, and I'm not a very technical person usually. Hee-hoo. Got to go back and make sure those tooltip links work now the articles are all related. Heck yeah. I'll just redid that one. It's the heavy one that's based on the Court of Owls, so definitely Strix related. Hee hee. Listen, Court of Owls just sounds really sick, and I love it. It's just a fun concept to me. But they're very unlikable. Court of Owls is a horrible group of people in Batman comics. We can pretend. I'll make my own Court of Owls. I, the Strix, will be the head of the new Court of Owls. I just need to find more owl people. Need to find more owl people to be part of my court. I have at least one in my chapter. We have an owl in our chapter, so now we have two bird-based people hanging out. But one of their operatives rebelled and joined Batman. Their code name is literally Strix. Ahaha! Look at me, I'm the good guy. So yeah, I'm the good guy that rebelled against the original organization, and now we're making our own. We're making our own, baby. We'll see how that goes. No promises though, that seems like a lot of work right now and I don't really have the energy for that. Oh. He's being weird. 1 by 2. we have, variations of the handcart have been created that carry larger and heavier loads, with some experimentation in developing handcarts which can be pulled by 2 or more people at once, allowing for even larger hauls to be transported from farm to market across the kingdom. That's pretty good, that's pretty cool. Where are we, 218? Need like less than 100 words and this one's done. And we'll get there. We can think of a few things. Many unsuccessful attempts at engineering such carts have left wishful entrepreneurs stuck on the roadside with goods they can no longer move. Though several successful models, we'll say several successful two-person models have started to see common use. Starting to see more frequent use. Alright, 50 more words. We can do it. That's like a couple sentences. I just need to find one more point that I want to make. Like, one more thing that I want to say about these things. Let's see. I guess, okay, maybe a question I should answer is where do most of these get made? Where do people acquire these things from? That is a good question to ask. Can I... No, let's... images. I can just kind of see... If I can see my little map... Hello, please load. If I can just see my little map and I'll maybe pick a part of the map that maybe... Who makes these things? Is it the Talaris family? Is it Osper? I feel like it would have to be one of the two. Or maybe it's Mirastad because it's closer to the city. Maybe it's in the city. No, I feel like it would definitely be like a farmstead in the middle of the zone and not the actual city. Is it the under Inkblots? No. None of this is under Inkblots. This is all indeed parts of the map that have already been revealed. Who knows when we'll explore the under Inkblots of my world. Maybe one day. There's just so much not under the Inkblots that hasn't been explored yet, and so events like this summer camp I'm using to explore these parts of the world. Because, like, this, you know, this is the whole region where I'm, like, living during the summer camp. As long as they're called the UIBs somehow. I don't think I have anything by that title. At least not written. You know, we could say that they're crafted at Silver Bay Port. Maybe. No, I think we're gonna make them in Mirrorstead. I think that's gonna be like a good place to say like this is where the crafters of the carts are, and of course the practice is kind of spread throughout this region, but that's where it started, that's where it kind of is at its best, more or less. So yeah. Words. We can do this. I believe. I habib it. We're so close, you know? We're so close to Diamond, my brain is just like shutting off. That's okay. We don't need brain cell, we just need right word. That's my motto tonight. That's all it is. Alright, there we go. 305 words. That was perfect, actually. Look at us go, this delicious, delicious brick of text. So good. This is what all my articles look like right now. So let me just grab any random article here. Huzzah! Yes, we finished 1 out of 4 for tonight. Where are we? Boom, our little call out, we save this, we refresh. And now, a method used to carry goods over long distances. Your article has been submitted to World Building Summer Camp 2023. Look at us go. And of course, now, I pressed buttons and my computer didn't like that, I guess. And we update our little number up at the top. Yay. 29 out of 32. We're moving our way up in the world, my friends. Look at us go. Alright, so we will close this because we don't need it anymore. And so now, for the rest of the night, we have 3 characters that we're gonna be writing. This may be a challenge. Maybe. One of them is not going to be a challenge very much because I already know a lot about kind of like what I want to write about this character. So one of them will be pretty easy. The second one is going to be kind of easy because I have a lot of background that I can pull from to kind of beef up the description of this character, I suppose. The third one is one that I just kind of made up but think would be definitely would be a thing and would be relevant. I would just need to build a lot of things around this person, and so that one's gonna be a little harder. But that's okay. We are here for the challenge, right? We're here to make it work. And that to me is more important than anything else, at least at the present moment. So yes, we're gonna write about Korra the Dawnbringer. Just gonna get the easy-ish one out of the way. We will see how much we can get done in like a short period of time. And then we'll party, I don't know. We'll do something. How am I gonna celebrate getting Diamond tonight? Probably by going to bed, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like how much celebrating can I really do right now? I'm tired. But no, we shouldn't talk about celebrating yet because we haven't actually hit the goal. Can't do no preemptive celebration. No. So alright. Let's see, okay, I can actually... Are you still gonna be on my list? No. What did I name this? Champions? Champions of the Dawn, is that it? Here's the one SummerCamp article I have that has like formatting in it right now. So it's pretty good. If you indulge, have a cocktail or ice cream or cake. Ooh. That is good. That is certainly an option. So this lovely lady right here is actually the one that we were making this article about. And so she is one of the champions of the Dawn. She is a goddess of this world. And this page, this article right here, is about the pantheon that she belongs to. And so there's like a tiny little stub of a blurb here about her. So we're just gonna take that and make it into a whole article. Also, can I say that trying to CSS tables is a nightmare sometimes? It's pretty silly, especially if you use like the actual because like this is a BB code table, and so that one's like pretty chill, pretty easy to edit. But if you're using like the feature tables in WorldAnvil and you try to CSS those, they're picky. They don't like doing what they're told. Either that or I'm just not finding any of the right like handles to kind of target. I don't know. Yeah, tables are rough. I like the way that these tables look when I'm not like hovering over them, but then I don't like that these lines get lighter and then these get darker. Like it'd be nice if they picked a color to go to, you know, like maybe both get a little darker or both get a little lighter. Yeah, tables. Anyway, we're not here to complain about tables, we're here to do writing and stuff. So I'm just gonna copy this so I don't have to... Well, actually no, I don't have to copy it, I can just open this in a different window. Just put it over here instead. So I was gonna reference this while I'm writing. Okay. Korra the Dawnbringer is champion of the Dawn, a historical champion of the goddess known as the New Dawn. Now a deity in her own right, she sits at the right hand of the New Dawn and stands alongside her fellow champions of the Dawn within the Council of the Ascended. And the Council of the Ascended is basically a pantheon of pantheons, specifically of deities that were once human. So if they were once mortal, just regular old people, and they ascended to godhood in some way, shape, or form, they would more than likely become part of the Council of the Ascended. And so that is a whole slew of politics that I would love to dive into sometime in the future. But right now, my brain does not parse any of that information. So for now, we only have one pantheon in the framework of the Council of the Ascended, and that is the Champions of the Dawn. And the way this is kind of working out is Korra is going to be like the head of all of that. What that means exactly as far as hierarchy, I don't know yet. But she is quite literally kind of like the right hand of the like, the principal goddess of this world. And so, yeah, she has probably a lot more power than a lot of the other Ascended, including the champions that she was kind of, like, grouped with to begin with. So, yeah. Probably at the top of the food chain in this particular spot. Not quite as powerful as the, like, gods, like non-mortal gods, but still very powerful compared to all the rest of the mortal gods. I don't know. I'm just kind of babbling at this point about this, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, she sits at the right hand of the New Dawn and stands alongside her fellow champions of the Dawn within the Council of the Ascended. The name of the known world, Malcora, boasts Cora as its namesake, cementing her status as the symbol of the end of the Nameless Age. So history in my world is a very silly thing, where everything, quite literally everything, was dissolving and breaking apart to such a point where the names of everything faded into nothingness because they simply stopped being important. Countries stopped existing, cities fell to ruin, everything just kind of... There were no names for anything. It was just, you're alive, and if you're alive, you're lucky. And if we survive past whatever this is, if it ever comes to an end, maybe we can focus on actual civilization again, but until then, no. We're not doing any of that. And so it was quite literally the Nameless Age. And practically no written history from that age has survived into the modern day. But there is some that has been found sprinkled throughout the world, in different places, secret lost places. Places that aren't just easily accessible anymore. Because from some reason or another, it has been tucked away, if you will. Alright, let's go. More words. Let us do this. Before she was a champion of the Dawn. Let's see. Region now known as Owlworks. Of Arsavella. Wow, I cannot spell right now. I'm just hitting every key that's not the right key. Ooh. Writing is hard. She was the first to make contact with the gods. Something which at first painted her to be a mad woman. To give up the hope. Refusal to give up hope of a salvaged world. Permitted the gods to enter. Enter the plane and words. Her refusal to give up the hope of a salvaged world permitted the gods to enter the plane and begin exerting their influence. Humbling, war-torn world. She would slowly instill faith in the people around her. She would slowly instill faith in the people around her, preaching and pleading with her kin to believe her stories. Her refusal to give up hope of the hope of a salvaged world prevented the gods to enter the plane and begin exerting their influence on the crumbling world. That's pretty good. She stands today as the goddess of faith and perseverance. The traits she cited as being the most valuable to human survival. Okay, so the traits she cited as being the most valuable to human survival in the Nameless Age. these domains. She acts as a patron. There's fear. They have lost their way. She acts as a patron to those who fear they have lost their way and need a guiding light, as well as those who pursue and participate in faithful activity. Faithful of all. Faithful of all gods. Often look to her for guidance. Faithful of all gods often look to her for guidance, for her human perspective on life and the value of faith in their lives. And there you go. Let's see what else we can throw in here.
Refresh yourselves.
Ah, sippy time. Hello, thank you. Oh, that was like a double sip right there. As ancient home in Owlworks. Sacred holy site. Korra's ancient home in Valogor remains a sacred holy site occupied by the devoted of the New Dawn. Seldom allow visitors. Or pilgrims. Except in rare cases. In particular, celebrations. So you're gonna see me referencing this god called the New Dawn a lot. And that's only because I don't have a name that I like for this goddess right now. And so basically until I find a proper name for this goddess, I'm just referring to her by like her title. So like how the one that I'm writing about right now is Korra the Dawnbringer. It would essentially be like, insert name here, the New Dawn. But I don't really like whatever name she had before, and so I'm like, oh, we'll get there later. We'll think about this another time. Because that's not important right now. What's important right now is that we are indeed over 300 words. I just need to finish off this sentence, because I can't just stop here. And one of the first champions of the Dawn, Korra earned her status as champion of the New Dawn. See, like, I don't like I don't like the way that that repeats so much, but at this point I can't really do anything about it, because coming up with a name for this goddess, like she's like the goddess, you know what I mean? Like I can't just give her a name all willy-nilly. That's okay. All things in due time. Who knows, maybe if I edit these articles, I'll like come up with a name in the middle of it all. And then we'll go and do like a whole round of edits on all these articles, and I put like, you know, the new dawn, the new dawn, the new dawn all over the place, you know what I mean? Oh. Alright. Shared her status as champion of the new dawn. Meet the other champions. The dawn. Where her travels. And inspiring. And in igniting their faith. They came to lead as champions. In their own rights. Alright, 355 words. Pretty good. And so there we go, there's one more article crossed off the list. That is my historical figure still venerated today, and why? Is it silly for me to do my own sponsored prompt, or is it like expected of me? Like, should I be an example? Like, are people going to look at this article of mine and be like, wow, this is the sponsor? Seriously? I know no one's like that, but it'd be very silly if that was true. Like, oh man, Strixline sponsored this prompt. I wonder what they wrote for it. And they look at this article and it's all just like a brick of text and they're like, interesting. I choose myself. Oh yeah, perfect, exactly. No, I'm not gonna pick myself. That'd be very silly. I feel like at that point I would just get like banned. Probably. Oh no, what am I looking at? I was looking for something. Probably this button over here. Not this button. Boom, update this number up here. 30 out of 32 is what my little counter up top says now. Look at us, we have 2 more articles to go. Isn't that exciting? And that is indeed these 2 articles right here. There's 2 characters, Cain Lofano and Suna Mondrain. We're gonna do the hard one first. Or like, you know, the one that I don't have as many ideas for. We're gonna do that one first. I think the second one is gonna come a lot easier. But we'll see. We'll find out here in a moment. Alright, so Cain Lofano is a researcher within the Umbergold Guild of Aurel. And that's the only sentence I have in here. That's what we're starting with. And so yeah, we have we clearly have a lot to work with. All right. Okay, so we just gotta do it. We just gotta get going. We're gonna just start spitballing ideas here. Maybe we should really start with like the whole just like bullet points thing. I'm just gonna write like a couple of random sentences just to get us started. Sometimes I start with headers and quotes, whatever works for that article. Yeah, I'm giving myself like the challenge of getting my 300 words in just like pure information. That's why I'm kind of doing this in like you know, like block of text kind of thing. I'm trying to get all 300 of my words to be like pure information, no fluff, just like no BB code, like, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's not required. Like, obviously if I put a quote in here, it would beef up my word count pretty substantially. And that's how I did it last year. But this year I kind of want to just get as many ideas down as possible. And then I'm gonna go back and make them like a little fluffier, a little cooler. Put some more flavor into these articles, because right now there's not really a whole lot of flavor in a lot of these articles. I kind of just wrote them, spat them out, and said, okay, cool. Progress. Which is not an issue. Absolutely not an issue. It's just they're gonna lack a lot of flavor until I go back and edit them, which I would like to do. Yeah. So yeah, this researcher led several investigations into mysterious structures which appear throughout the ruins of Owlworks. Investigations. Things ran smoothly. Yes, these investigations once ran smoothly but grew exceptionally complicated with the masters and as to power. In this power shift, the city being off limits. Deemed off limits to any for any and all. To all study and academic use. Negated only to ramshackle homes. Use they saw unfit to reside in the city proper. The Alabaster Hand banned the investigations, which were already underway. Grace's Mystery, hello Amazing Beans, hello to you too! Welcome, welcome in! We are so tantalizingly close to this diamond badge. So... I can taste it. You know what I mean? You working on summer camp yourself? Got some prompts to work on today? Or if not, and you're just hanging out and lurking, that's fine too. Alabaster Hand banned the investigations, which are already underway. Rooting for your diamond, thank you! Yeah, I'm a third of the way through this article, and I have one more after this, so we're hoping we can get that wrapped up pretty soon. I'm aiming for before 10 o'clock. That'd be really nice. That'd be really sick if I can get this done before 10 o'clock. So like 45 minutes. We'll see. I've gotten 2 articles done in the... How long have I been streaming? Like an hour? I don't know. Sometime. Yeah, like an hour. So I think we can do it. And if not, I don't know. We'll get there. Let's see. I already have 6 articles on the way. Ooh. Heck yeah, there you go. Ooh. Pressing buttons. I'm just looking at my settings real quick, I apologize. Alright. Yeah, 6 articles, heck yeah, that's really good. I just need to proofread for the millionth time and translate, yeah. Yeah, I totally get proofreading a billion times. That's what I'm going to be doing once I go back into these articles and start really like poking through them and looking at them. Making them look nice, making them look all fresh. We'll see. Yeah, fixing things up, making things look better. It's the hard part, but we're gonna do it. Actually, I don't know. What's harder? Is it just writing the articles to begin with, or is it the proofreading part after? Because I don't know. I feel like spitting out a whole bunch of words onto the page hasn't been too difficult for me. But I know as soon as I go into this and I start looking at these paragraphs and things like, okay, how do I split up this information? How do I make this all make sense? How do I make this flow properly? It's gonna be a whole disaster and a nightmare. Very insecure. Oh. I mean, I totally understand that too. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of if you're really like insecure about things. It's hard to work, like, it's hard to work through. It's hard to get out of the mindset. But I'm here to support you at the very least. For what it's worth. Yeah, as long as you're creating, I think you're doing an awesome job. Just in general. Take my little sip.
Refresh yourselves.
Ooh, sippy time. Sip? Indeed, sip. I took several sips for you. Look at you go, inspiring hydration. Alright. Following these bands, which sparked a sudden vested interest in the ruins among the Umber Gold Guild. What's your tip for knowing when to stop editing and give the article a break? Ooh, that is a very good question. I'm not always the best at answering this one, but I will say this. My usual approach to kind of deciding when an article is finished or like finished enough, everything that is presently in the article should be organized in a way that makes sense. So if you have your sections figured out where, like, you know, you have this information, that information, and nothing in those sections feels like it doesn't feel like it's like just straight up missing something. You know, like, you don't have to give everyone all of the information about something in one article, but the section on its own should feel like a complete thought. You know what I mean? And so I kind of go through my entire article and I check like my headers, my sections, make sure that they, on their own, seem fairly complete. They make sense. They have a complete thought. That looks good. And then when the sections all kind of like, they make sense together as well, then I'm like, okay, cool. I think I'm happy with this. And then later down the line, if I'm like, okay, I need some more information in here, then I work on some more, but that comes later. That comes far later. But yeah, that's kind of like my main philosophy with editing, I guess. It also helps to have kind of a, oh, thank you for the sips. It also really helps to have like kind of a layout and like a formatting style that's pretty consistent with your articles. So you also know kind of like visually and structurally when the article kind of fits into that framework that you've set for yourself. Because if I can actually fish up an example from a previous summer camp, I will show you what I mean by like having kind of a framework. Because it is what I lived by last year when I was doing summer camp. Let me just go to the home page. 2022. Delish. Now can I get to my progress page from here? I don't know. Oh my god, okay, no, I'll just search for the article. I'm making this harder for myself. Okay, that's Font of Oblivion, there we go. That's an article that works here. So let's see. Article here. So basically, I had kind of like this system, like this is just an author's note, just don't mind that. You know, I have, quote, a sentence, like a summary sentence, like this is what this thing is, just matter of fact. I have big header, small header, like two little sections here. I have like kind of like wiki information, like, you know, related locations, related organizations, things like that. And then like a small blurb in the sidebar. And a picture and like a flavor text. Oh, get out of there. And so I followed this framework essentially for pretty much every summer camp article that I did last year. If I ended up having more information, obviously this would be like expanded, and it's something that, you know, you can just expand very easily, just add like, you know, another big header, and like add some more like small sections, add some pictures, do some wacky formatting, I don't know. But for my simple, I got 300 words in articles, like this is it. And so once all my articles kind of came together and started looking like this, it's like, yeah, that's what I was after. This is what we were doing. Let's see. I just want to see if stretching the page made this larger or not. Oh yeah. I guess in that kind of long-winded explanation of what my advice actually is, it's like, have a framework that you follow and try to keep that fairly consistent. I haven't even thought of that. I'll work on it. It clarified many things for me. Yay. I'm glad that helped. But yeah, just kind of having like a template or a framework for how you like to lay out articles. Having that in place and then being able to recognize like, okay, this article that I'm working on looks like it fits this framework. It makes sense. It is consistent with the other work that I make. That's also a good sign that you can stop editing. Things are good. So you combine that with like my previous advice, like make sure your sections make sense and they are complete thoughts in and of themselves. And then, you know, you put those two things together and you have a pretty good article. Following these bans sparked some vested interest in the ruins among the Umbergold Guild. New efforts were made to continue these investigations under the nose of the Alabaster Hand. Guild. It's already in nature. I was just throwing in what I knew about the subject, and I would look, and one of the articles would look better than the other, and I would change another one and realize another one looked incomplete. In the end, it's becoming a snowball. Oh my gosh, yeah. That is kind of the struggle with a lot of events like this, where you're getting a lot of quantity in articles. If you start looking at like one after the other, after the other, after the other, it gets very overwhelming, because you know, we can't work on 10 different things at once, but 10 different things at once need to be worked on. So we need to find like a middle ground, a compromise, where we can actually do the work and not like destroy ourselves over it. So really it is just like a one step at a time kind of thing. Like, develop this framework. Get your article to that point where you like it, where it looks consistent with the work that you want to have. And then stop. And then later on, you can come back to it and add more things if you feel it needs it. But at the very least, you'll know you've kind of left it at a stopping point where it's like, this is, you know, like, this is good enough. And sometimes good enough is good enough, you know? Like, not everything that you make can be like this perfect, wonderful, beautiful thing. God knows I have made plenty of things that like I kind of just don't want to show to the light of day. But I've also made a lot of great things, and I'm like, hell yeah, everyone come look at this. I want everyone to put their eyes directly upon the work that I've created. So you know, it's a huge range. It's a huge range. So really my goal right now is good enough. I believe this to be worthy of publishing. And if I want to make it something special later on, if the inspiration strikes and I want to make it like at that next level, then I can do that. So this is going to be a character who is very much intrigued by architecture and kind of like the civil engineering side of things. And so that's going to be kind of like his primary area of study. And that's going to show in things I'm mentioning down below, where he's like, where he is the person leading several investigations into the ruins that are still throughout the city, and kind of like what these things were and what they are and what these different things on them mean. So this is definitely like, there are secrets to be had in this city, and if anyone's going to find them, it's this guy. But of course, the powers that be are making that task extremely difficult on purpose. They don't want people looking at this stuff anymore. But of course, you're not gonna stop the guy with a special interest in ruins from accessing these ruins. It's just not gonna work that way, no sir. Gain spent his years prior to becoming a recruit of Umber Gold. First 2 days. His knowledge of infrastructure and architecture, especially within Owlworks itself, is unmatched. A powerful asset to the guild. So basically, the super secretive guild in this city looked at some nerd in school geeking out over buildings and was like, this one. We need this one. And they got him. They got the architecture nerd. Send the research lover to do more research. It's a dream come true. Exactly. They walk up to this nerd in school, learning architecture. Clearly, dude just loves this stuff. They're like, hey guy, you have a skill that we want. Come do that with us, and you can just do this forever. And he's like, okay. So he's like a little... He's like a hybrid between like a hermit, just like face in books, but you can't really stare at buildings from indoors. So he does go outside. He just tries not to be seen or perceived, ever. Because he doesn't really want that. He just wants to look at his buildings. He doesn't want people to talk to him. So they hired him on, at first as a contractor to do like, hey guy, could you get us some like diagrams and blueprints of these super public spaces? You know, nothing crazy. And he's like, yeah, for sure. Easy peasy. This is good money. And eventually they were like, ooh, okay, can you get us something of like, you know, this is less of a public space. Can you still do this for us? Do you know how all this works? He's like, oh yeah, easy, no problem. And eventually they're like, listen, we need you to get us blueprints and diagrams of these spaces that no person should be in or even be aware of. And dude's like, I got you. You usually gotta take me on a date before I show off my public blueprints. True? Oh my god. Yeah, true. Very true. So yeah, this guy's just happy to be here. And now they've got him on, at this point, like an extremely dangerous mission to investigate these ruins in the city that are being, like, they're gonna arrest you for even looking at these ruins in a silly way. But this guy's like, I don't care. I'm gonna look at them. So, essentially, this person's role in the guild now is to figure out how they can keep researching these ruins and see what's really up with them. And more than anything now, because it's been banned, they want to know why it's been banned. They want to know why it's so important that they don't want anyone looking at this stuff. Because clearly they know something. Clearly they know something that they don't. And this guild is all about the information. They need to know all the things. They need to basically have, like, an iron grip on every piece of information that runs through the city. And if they don't have a piece of information that is running through this city right now, they have a vested interest in acquiring that piece of information. And this is the perfect guy for at least this job. Evan Eric's Highline! Finally I can sit down to write, heck yes! How's it going? Pretty good. I'm like at 250 words for this article right now that I'm working on right now. This smells like danger. Yeah. Danger? No, no, no. But yeah, I'm at like 250 words for this article, and then I only have one more article after this. I only have one after this one. And at this rate, like, I know it's getting a little late. I know I said I wanted to get everything done by 10 o'clock, but at this point, I'm just gonna tough it out. I'm just gonna do it. As long as I put myself into my bed before midnight, I'm fine. As long as I do that, I'm okay. And so that means I have like 2 hours. Got interrupted by kiddos. How you doing now? Pretty good. We've got like 250 words on this article right now. So that's pretty sick. This one's almost ready to submit. And then we have one more after this. One more. But yeah, this, I'm working on a character article right now for, All the Excite. Yes, All the Excite. Yes, I'm working on the character Cain Lafano. He's my character who likes to stay in the shadows, to lurk in the shadows. This is an architecture and structural engineering nerd that the Umber Gold Guild has basically pulled out of university because his skills are very valuable to them, and said, hey man, you want to look at buildings for us? Full time? And he's like, hell yeah, I do. And so now they're basically doing crimes in the name of education. Not education, gathering intelligence. They're educating themselves. It's basically the same thing. Evaluate, that's not how you spell that. Move this down here, maybe. Just trying to read this paragraph now that I've changed that to make sure it's actually sensical. Intrigued by architecture and civil engineering, Cain spent his years prior to becoming a recruit of Umber Gold in the reading is hard. In the academies of Orwell, studying the structures making up the city. At first, he was contracted to create several blueprints of public spaces for the guild, which gradually shifted into spaces less public, and finally intricate spaces close to the public. His ability to navigate and evaluate structures throughout the city made him a strong candidate for guild membership. His knowledge of infrastructure and architecture, especially within Orwell itself, is unmatched and a powerful asset to the guild. I don't think that's too redundant. Things we tell ourselves during summer camp, right? I spent like the entirety of the first week or two telling everyone like, oh man, I feel like I'm a high schooler. Writing essays, trying to get my word count by like rewriting the same sentence 10 different times. I don't think I'm doing that here, but I feel like I've definitely done that in a lot of these articles. Very silly. But yeah, we need 30 more words, which I think I will be able to do just fine in like elaborating on this paragraph down here. Let's see. Following these bans, which sparked a sudden vested interest in the ruins among the Umber Gold Guild, new efforts were made to continue these investigations under the nose of the Alabaster Hand. Cain's existing enchant. Venturing into the open, going unnoticed. As a boon. Initial stages. Straight's task. But even stealth ceased to be sufficient in the long term. We have 300. But I feel like I need to continue this train of thought before I lose it. When I say that like there's more in here, I just want to finish this thought in general. Even stealth ceased to be sufficient in the long term. What else can I add to this? What would be sufficient then in the long term? So began a long chain of experiments in tracking guard shifts. Setting up residences in the ruins. False identities. Tactics. Try and get the researchers closer to the ruins without attracting the hand's ire. Kane's investigations are ongoing. Mixed success. I'll say that. Article finish! Look at us go! So that's one more off the list. Look at us go. Who is this character that prefers to lurk in the shadows? No, not quite diamond yet, unfortunately. No. But that just means we have one more article after this. Let me just update my little number counter at the top of the screen. There we go. 31 out of 32. We've only got one more article to go, baby. Congrats on the update. Thank you. Oh man, I may miss it. I have a little nephew to drop off in a bit. Oh no! We're gonna have to speed run this. Oh no. We'll see. Because now we have Sunamondron, the head of the Alabaster Hands Inquisitors. Prime Inquisitor of the Order. Though not the first of the Inquisitors, she quickly rose to the ranks as one of the best in her profession. Alright. See how many words we can just like spit out in a short amount of time. You've given me inspiration to speed run this as quickly as possible. We gotta do it for Katoi Poi. This one should theoretically be easier because I already have like a pre-existing like concept for this character, but I don't know, we'll see. General public. I'll delay as long as I can. Well, I won't ask you to delay too long. This could take like anywhere from 10 minutes to 20, 30, I don't know. I don't know how much time you actually have. Let's see. It's largely due to Suna's influence. We're a pretty soft leaving time, so it'll be fine, I say now. Let's see, the Alabaster Hand's cruelty is not known to the general public, and this is largely due to Suna's influence and her carefully curated public image.
Refresh yourselves.
Sippy time. Many thanks. Whose soonest appearance would have city residents believe her to be a kind soul, a simple woman of faith, invested in maintaining peace and order within the city. She is one of the major driving forces in the transformation of Orwell's law system. In favor of more extreme measures. Inquisitors were already part of the List of Hands structure long before she became a part of the Order herself. Initial Inquisitors. A little more than a little more than city guards. A fancier title. Becoming an Inquisitor. She quickly set in motion the adoption harsher law enforcement methods.
Refresh yourselves.
Havoc is in here with the sippies. Hello. That timing there. Ooh. Yeah? What's our timing here? That timing where I'm basically about to hit diamond very soon? That is the case. We're at 200 words, which is pretty good. Didn't see Mosh Pit Sippy until it hit mine. Oh, well that one's been sitting there for a hot minute, actually. That was a little while ago. Listen, we do back-to-back sippies in this chat all the time. Rip. Yeah, no, more sippies is alwaes good. Yeah, see, there we go. More sippies. You talking about sippios? We're not talking about sippios, we're talking about sippies.
Refresh yourselves.
Here we go, sippies. Oh, thank you. Oh, we gotta stay hydrated in this house. Let's see. In becoming an Inquisitor, she quickly set in motion the adoption of harsher law enforcement methods. The manipulation of her... I'm gonna say manipulation of her cohort. Peers. to her superiors. A mix of careful plotting and some genuine desire to keep the city safe. So, would rise in the ranks of the Order's Inquisition. She demonstrated success after success. In capturing and drawing confessions. From criminals all of the city. And she began rooting out heretics, agents of darkness. She truly the eye of the Order. Who's named leader of the Alabaster Inquisitors. In a short time. In her role as leader, she emphasized the importance of having a constant presence around the city for all high-ranking inquisitors. The importance of having a constant presence throughout the city for high-ranking inquisitors, self-included. Not only to keep watch over the city, to ingrain themselves commonly recognized faces from the townspeople, the city, let's say the city folk. And guess what, everyone? That's 341 words. You know what that means? That means we get to refresh, or we get to grab this first. We get to grab this, paste this, refresh this. Sounds of manipulating others.
Refresh yourselves.
Celebratory sips. Woo! Sipping means have a drink if you partake. Oh, maybe I will. Oh, shrimp check. Oh no. You're gonna make me sit up straight after I've just done stuff. Hold on, I have to. Oh no, I wasn't prepared to make my overlay update. But we got 32 out of 32. Let me view article. View my competition page. 32 out of 40 complete. There we go. We gotta, ooh, I'm gonna grab this page, bring it over here real quick. Let's see. But yeah, we did it. We've secured the diamond. Ooh. That's awesome. And I mean, I did say that I wanted to do this by 10, and it's like, it's basically 10. We're 4 minutes over, but whatever, right? Let me just hope that this window doesn't pop up. Oh, okay, cool. Hello. Bum bum bum. Diamond! Yes, we are indeed diamonds. Let me see if I can just real quick. Dude, the badge update! The badge update on my overlay. Ah! Okay, cool. We got diamond. Oh, that's so sick. All right. War is over. We've done it. There we go. World Building Summer Camp 2023, 32 prompts complete. It feels good. It feels sick, actually. Yes, good. Everything feels right. Gonna go take kids across the bridge now. Yay, see you, congrats, see you later. See you later. You have a wonderful rest of your evening. Yes, it is evening. I'm just out here forgetting things and how time zones work. Yes. Oh, hold on. I'm looking at my looking at one of my other screens right now. I'm just, oh, is that it? Okay, no, hold on. There we go. There we go, okay. We're putting my face up here. And we got that way, that direction. We have the diamond. All right. What was the most difficult article? Ooh. You know, it's a really good question. Oh my god, my hair is just all over the place. Hardest article. That's a really good question. I'll have to think about this. I'm looking at my list right now. I guess there are a couple articles that I mostly struggled with. Honestly, I think the vehicle was one of the hardest articles for me. Because it's definitely the article that I just stop the most and look at and be like, what can I put? Oh, wait, no. Okay, no. Hardest article by far was the title. Absolutely the title. It took every fiber of my being to pull the appropriate number of words out for that particular article. And so yeah, we're calling that our most difficult article. And this, let's see, actually, I can just put this back. There's this one, the Umbergold Gilder. And so this is someone who teaches, like, has mastered and teaches the Umbergold cipher. And that's Gold Rune. So their responsibility is to not only teach the cipher, but to also to identify who among the guild's rank is worthy of being taught. This rank is intentionally kept a mystery from all other members of the guild. So if you are not, well, even if you are a guilder, the only person who knows the identities of all of the guilders is the leader of Umbergold. And if you go around telling people that you are one of them, you're gonna have a bad time. So yeah. The leader will call councils of these ghostwriters to meet and deliberate on their findings. She monitors them very closely, ensuring they do not slip up or reveal guild secrets to lower-ranking members or even to the public. So this is a big win. Now we must celebrate. We must! We simply must celebrate. I need to find something that I can celebrate with. Like this is great. This is exciting. I am very happy that I managed to get it tonight. That means I don't have to worry about, you know, completion goals anymore. I can just sit down and I can make the articles pretty and I can just not worry about anything. Like at this point, like it doesn't matter if I finish anything. Like I'm done. I'm done. I got several days to spare. Ooh, I think last year also I finished summer camp on the 26th, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is awesome. This is huge. I can just live my life. I can hang out. I can do my thing. I can make my articles fancy. I can just start fleshing out, start beefing up some of these articles. Yay! Oh gosh. Alright, so what is on the agenda? What's on the agenda for the rest of the week? Is there any article you still think about working on? I would love to work on, like, I don't want to say all of them, but I do want to go through every single article and at least, like, break up the block of text that all of them are. So I would like to go into each article, basically, like, put them into that framework that I showed you earlier, where I have, like, the quote, the summary, the headers, like, just all of that. Make everything look consistent, make everything look nice and like easy to read, easy to process. So not necessarily make everything fancy. I don't really need that. I just want everything to be to a standard, you know what I mean? The article that I would like to work on is going to definitely be Champions of the Dawn, because I've been putting off making articles for my pantheons for such a long time, and the fact that now I have an article for one of my pantheons, I gotta work on it. I gotta make it look nice. And I have like a couple other articles that are kind of related to this. Ooh, and you know what? Actually, a huge thing that might actually take precedent over, like priority over everything else that I'm working on right now. I still have a Dimmy mission that I need to do and work on. And that is, half of my articles need to have some kind of mention of the antecedents, the relics that they left behind, and kind of like their impact on the world and what that means. That's gonna be a tough one. Like, actually, a really tough one, because I am still kind of in the process of deciding how much of their influence is, like, known at this point, and like how much can be tied to specific things in here. But that is going to be my mission, actually. Let me see if I can find the actual image where my mission is kind of like stated. I'm pretty sure it's in the announcements for the WorldAnvil channel. We will get there, we will see. Where am I? This channel, announcements. But yeah, because I got a mission for World Ember last year, and that was a lot of fun. And so I was like, screw it, we're gonna get another mission for summer camp. Yes, okay, here we go. This is the actual mission. Your summer camp mission, should you choose to accept it, is deep dark ruins of sunken worlds whisper of secrets that need to be revealed. Half of your articles must feature a new piece of information about the antecedents. And so this is my goal. It's going to be a difficult one. That doesn't mean that I need to choose any 16 of these articles and come up with some kind of information that I think is relevant, would make sense to be brought up here. That would be a piece of information about the antecedents. Like, what would we find in here that is new? How in-depth do these even need to be? I guess that's up for me to decide. Because I really can't think of anything for a lot of these that would end up being more than like a couple sentences, like at most. But I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. Because certainly in like articles like Champions of the Dawn, like that is very historical. I don't see why I can't put something in there. Aurel, it's a very ancient historical city. Most certainly there can be stuff in there. Let's see. The Desiccated Sands, I think, would also be a good candidate for that. The Battle for Light, most definitely. It's a tough one because these ancestors of humanity predate it so much that I'll really need to stretch. I'll really need to pull. That's what makes it a mission. That's what makes it harder. It's all good. But yeah, I think what does make it a little bit easier though is the fact that I've barely written about them before. So any snippet of information that I pull that relates to like the present day and mentions the antecedents is going to be new information. So I could and likely will be able to say like these relics, not relics, these ruins that make up like half of Aurel, half of the city, predate modern humanity. Like these are some ancient fucking ruins. You know what I mean? The quest doesn't say if it's very old or newer information, so it's possible to choose. Yeah. Like all it needs to be is like new information, like stuff I haven't written about. So that's what it's gonna mean by new information. Of course, all my articles pretty much are about, you know, stuff from the modern day, so it's gonna need to be some snippet of information that correlates to the modern day while still referring to the antecedents. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. Because naturally there are all these ruins and relics and things for us to look through all throughout. We just need to find connections. We need to find ways that we can connect a lot of these articles to the antecedents, because a lot of them, like, I don't really know how to connect my lavender plant to the antecedents without making some kind of stretch about how it's like a symbol of the past, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's literally one of those things. Like, some of these things are so innocuous that I'm like, how am I gonna tie this to like the primary, like major formative civilization that shaped what Malcora is today, way back in the past, and the modern day humans basically know little to nothing about them. It really gets the gears turning though, so hee hee. But anyway, thank you all for being here with me to celebrate my ascension into Diamond. Maybe some important character who used lavender? It is certainly an option. It is certainly an option. Like, I could just go meta, like completely meta on this and be like, here is a bit of information that I, as the reader, not the reader, the writer, am giving to you that no one in the world would know. But now you know this. Yeah. I really have to decide, like, how much of this do I want to split away from the canon of the world, because the people are not going to know a lot of this information. And I don't want to just go around throwing tons of information that people in the world don't really know about. That would be more under, like the kind of information that I tuck away into, like, you know, this is DM information, like, this is secret information. I don't know. That's kind of the struggle with SummerCamp, I think. I have a lot of content that I would like to kind of tuck away behind, like, you know, this is information for DMs. It's gonna be separate from, like, the public-facing knowledge. But in order for the article to be, like, an event article, everything just, like, needs to be public-facing. I can change it later, obviously, and I kind of, like, I do that. I kind of just, like, close down certain SummerCamp articles, like, gut them, put them into other articles, like... My SummerCamp entries seldom stay exactly as they are. Last year's did because I just haven't found time to do anything with them. But if you go looking for a lot of like my past summer camp entries, a lot of them just don't exist. Like the articles are gone. Like the articles are either gone or they've been gutted or like all these kinds of things. You can put a little warning on top for now. This is intended for the DMs. Yeah, absolutely. And that's basically what I did in that article that I was showing you before. I was like, oh yeah, don't mind this author note. Like that was me literally saying like, hey, this information is intended for DMs. If you don't want to be spoiled for the distant future where I have maybe games in this world, maybe don't read this too much. But yeah, I don't know. It is a lot to consider. It is a lot. Yeah, that's all good. It's all good, nothing to worry about there. We'll figure it out, as we always do. But yes, I do need to start wrapping up, so we'll see. My next stream is going to be Friday, 10 a.m. That is going to be the final Feral Friday of summer camp this year. Isn't it wild that time just passes us by like this? Oh my gosh. So yeah, Feral Friday. On Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be doing more article reads. I'm going to be putting together the showcase of articles from the community for the Diamond Wave. And yeah, so if any of you in the chat have summer camp articles that you've submitted for this week's wave of prompts, so anything from the Diamond Wave, you are more than welcome to send me your favorites, either like, you know, DM it to me on Discord. Also, I have me grab this little article for you, because I can actually share this with you, because I made it today. Give me this. Give me the link. Give me. Here you go. This article right here. It's the gold showcase for Feral Friday. I just finished this article today. If you would like to be featured on a list like this at the end of next week, you are more than welcome to send me an article from the collection of this week. I'll read them on stream on Friday. I'll put them into a little showcase like this for the Diamond Wave, and I get to share your work with all of the wonderful beings in the community who come by to listen and to share. And yeah, so we have pages like this for copper, for silver, for gold now, and we're going to have another for diamond. So yeah, if you have an article that you wish to send, you're more than welcome to do that again on my Discord server or in the comments of this article right here that I've just posted. So yeah, it is a lot of fun. I love getting to read all of your work and seeing the way that you guys twist prompts. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I love seeing like the different interpretations of the exact same prompt. And that's, I don't know, it's like one of my favorite parts of summer camp, you know, like the creativity and the different ways that people's brains wrap around the same set of words. It's so cool. People just be doing stuff, you know? Yeah, but yeah, so that's my plan for Friday. I hope to see some of you there. I hope to see some of your articles involved. This weekend, yet again, like last week, I will not be streaming on Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to be away. I'm actually going to be at the NYC WorldAnvil picnic. So if any of you happen to be going to NYC that weekend to come meet Janet and Dimmy and all the other wonderful world builders who are going to be gathering, I look forward to seeing you there. I highly recommend it. Last year's group in NYC was actually very small. It was very cozy, so I'm not going to complain about it, but I would love to meet more world builders. That'd be awesome and fantastic. I know some wonderful people are already planning to be there. And so I hope maybe some of you will join us. It's always a good time. We get to play some world building games, we get to do some fun stuff, and I think there's also mention of us getting to hang out on WorldAnvil stream while we're there. So you may not see me on my channel, but you may see me on WorldAnvil's channel. So that's pretty fun. But yes, thank you everybody once again for being here on my ascent to Diamond. I'm very happy. I'm very excited that I got there. Hope to see you all there. Oh yay! Fantastic. Yes. And we have the last remaining couple of sips in here. Ugh. This was a job well done, everyone. We got our goal. We reached it. And now we get to reward ourselves with a nice little snack and bedtime. Some desperately needed bedtime. Once again, yes, I'm just gonna keep saying thank you if I don't end this stream already. Alright. So, that said, we are going to search the webs for someone that we can go raid into, see someone we can go hang out with. And, ooh, okay. So we are going to go on a little raid experience, if you will. If my thing will update and show me the appropriate information here. We're gonna go raid my friend Timepool, another wonderful Anvilite working on a brand new world for SummerCamp. So very cool. I hope everyone comes in there and just shares all the good vibes. Share all these wonderful vibes that you've been sharing with me, with my buddy Timepool. Yes, preparing the raid. Everyone, I wish you all of the best with your world building and with SummerCamp if you're participating, and whatever you happen to be writing if you're doing literally none of that at all. Till next time, yes, absolutely, till next time. Everyone, stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And because we are raiding a fellow Anvilite, grab your sippies, go world build. We are going to have a wonderful, wonderful Friday stream. I will see you then. Farewell, goodbye.